download a video, and it has dropped off doing the export 5 times, and I'm now down to about 10 minutes after an hour. So I don't want to touch my computer. So here I am anyway. And I guess those of you who don't know about this will play it back and get it. Meantime, there's nobody here. Let's see, here we go. Welcome to live chat. Toronto is here. You are number one. Hello, Toronto. And Ro. Hi, Ro. I'm on my phone because my computer, I dare not touch it. I'm going to get it to export on a 40-minute video I did of a walkthrough of Father Fish. I've been trying for hours to do this, and I'm now within about 10 or 15 minutes of getting it exported to the computer so I can start uploading it to YouTube. And if I touch the computer, I'll lose it. So anyway, that's why I'm on my phone. Yes, and yours too. Hi, Alexander. Hello, hello. Howard. Who's Howard? And why am I not seeing Howard? Huh. Chevy Fish. Hello, Chevy Fish. How are you? Got my finger. Oh, Lord. So I'm on my phone, which will allow us to walk around in the shop. So that'll be fun. And maybe I'll be able to read the comments, and maybe I won't. I probably ought to put my spy glasses on so I can see better. When I go back, I'll do that. We got a bunch of people here. Lauren Ashey's here. And Tommy is here. Tommy Denda. I'm going to start. I'm doing some rehearsal, Tommy, on the vids for the book. So hopefully I'll get that started this week. Petroman, thanks for the info on the Discus. Yeah, just give it a go. It should work. Sandy is here. Del Malva, what is this? Del Malburn. Okay, yeah. Mashburn. Frank. I'm doing better. I got my hand at a big blue cast, but I'm doing better. Mary Page, hello. Nice to see everybody. It looked like me. It looked like you. Was at Toronto a few weeks ago. Yeah, I remember. You did a little video of your doctor's appointment. I didn't have the nerve to do it, frankly. It was pretty gruesome. Rohan J. Hello, hello. Uh-oh. Yeah, that hand is, it's hard. Roy YT, okay. Got it. Whew. Frank, I'm doing okay. I broke my bridge, broke my computer, broke my hand. I've got shingles on my forehead, right there, where it's red. I'm trying to keep it treated so it doesn't get worse. I think it's getting worse. Shouldn't be red. Oh well. So I'm struggling to get by, and I have trouble walking. It's just a struggle to walk. How is the weather in Florida? Hot. It's hot. 95 degrees. It's terrible weather. Terrible hot. Who says? Well, I had a wound on my hand that wouldn't heal. So we did a quadruple stitch on it and got it tied together. So hopefully it's going to be healed. But I'm not allowed to move it for a couple of weeks. So that's why the rigid cast. Hello again. Who's this? Griffin. Hi, Griffin. So I got some folks out here who are looking around. I don't know if they're seeing anything that they like, but they're looking around. I hope my hand gets better soon too, Michael. I'll be in Thursday. I gotta go to get my teeth fixed tomorrow, and then Thursday I'm gonna try to get my hand fixed. We'll see how that works out. May get cast off. It just depends. Yeah, I think he's gonna look at it. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Where did that brunette go? I wanted to ask her a question. Is that your wife?
Yes.
She's.
Rowena, you have a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, Father's got a question for you. Father Fish, right?
Have you been here before? Do I know you?
Only in spirit.
No. Boy, you are the spitting image of a gal that came in here routinely, but it's been years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you look just like her.
This is my first time here.
Well, welcome. Where are y'all from?
Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, in the area visiting.
Long drive over.
Camping down the road.
Nice. Where are you camping?
Just at Rambler's Rest.
Oh, okay. Great place.
Yeah, very nice.
Good.
How long
Well,
have you been here?
about 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah,
That's a lot. Is it just you maintaining it?
pretty much. That's why it looks like it needs help.
A lot to maintain.
Oh, yeah. I need to get a tank cleaner in here.
A what?
Tank cleaner.
Yeah.
Need somebody to rub the algae off a few tanks.
Yeah. Pay somebody to come in and do it?
Yeah, I do. I try to get some kids to come in
Good.
periodically.
And you got a lot of fish.
Lot of fish.
Is
Lot
that
of
a
fish.
shark in that back tank? Looks like a nurse shark almost?
You mean the pool?
The pool.
No, it's not. It's a red tail catfish from the Amazon. Big fish. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, sir.
Well, that was nice. They left a donation. Let's see. Who else is here? Mary? Hello, Mr. Father Fish. I hope your hand gets better soon. I couldn't tell who that was. Michael. Thank you, Michael Kirby. Griffin. Dale. Mashburn. Thought you liked it as hot as possible. Funny guy. Funny guy. 8% humidity, 82 Fahrenheit in Denmark. Not bad. Not as bad as here. It's 100% humidity and 95 degrees. And I'm sitting in an air conditioning unit that gets it down to about 85. So, sweltering. Griffin says, Terry, yeehaw. Who is this? Akina Topical. Nice to meet you. We got some fish stores here. Manes, tails, fur, and fins. Whistle it closer. Love to help you with your tanks. Yeah, I need some help. Dragon Lair. I guess it's here. Nice to see you. Let's see. This is Petroman 118595 something. 85. I have a 40-gallon tank with Discus. No, they eat is bloodworms. They won't eat. Come on. They won't eat anything else. Even try to Omega 1 foods. But they're all in the 5 to 6 inch range. Very picky fish. They've got you well trained. They got you wrapped around the fin. They do. If you give fish every option, they will always pick a favorite. And given the option, they will always choose that favorite. If you give them no option, they'll eat what you put in there. But you have to not be afraid to starve them. Keep in mind, a hungry fish is a healthy fish. Right. And they can go hungry for a long time. Catfish Terry is here. Big City. Can't read this. Bettis. Howdy, hey Lou, I hope you're well. Hun. Nice. Thank you, Hun. Big City Bettis. Sandy Dory. Who's this? Oh, gnarly fish tanks. GT Aquariums. Jay's Fish Keeper. Sandy Dowdy. We did Sandy. Catfish Terry. Big J's. Petroman. We got a lot of people here. Chubbs. Hi, Chubbs. This print is so fine on my phone, it's hard to read. And I don't think I can increase the size of it. I'm pretty sure it won't stretch now. Well, that stretched. That was not good. Saw my beard up close. Haley. How do you have mystery snails? Do you have mystery snails? And do you ship? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Um, you can contact me either through Facebook or on Get Gills if I have anything listed there you want, or email. My email is currently unavailable to me for about 3 days because my computer is. I had to buy a new computer, and they've got the old one, which is being put on the new one, and I'm using an older one yet, an old Toshiba that I'm down to about 10 minutes exporting on, and it hadn't dropped offline yet. It dropped offline 5 times. This is the 6th, and I'm hopeful it'll get through these next 10 minutes. So yes, Fatherfish at fatherfish.net. I probably will not be able to get to it until Thursday or so. I don't have access to my email on this computer. I'm trying to fix that. Jerry, Victor, Ruth. We have a problem. I need to take this call. I have a number of street people have base of operations here at Father Fish, and this is one whose sister I've been in touch with. She's in Michigan. She's not been able to reach him for about a week. Her husband just died, so I'll try to find him. Well, let's see. I'm looking at the computer, and I think it finished export. No, not quite. It's down to the last tiny little gulp. There's a question. I finally have my Discus tank set up. Six Discus, some quarries, and an algae heater. It's a sand-capped deep substrate with close to 40 plants. My question is, how often should I do water changes? I do water changes on an as-needed basis. If you will track your pH and nitrates, you should not ever get ammonia. Once nitrates get up close to 100, then do a partial water change, about 20%, 25%. If the pH drops below 7, do the same thing. Mainly, you want to do water changes based on variation from whatever your stable norm is. So if things start getting a little out of whack, or if it gets unnecessarily dirty, or cloudy or whatever, then you want to do a water change. There's no need to do it if things are stable and healthy. Let's see. Punchy is here. Hi, Punchy. Ears to your father fish from Punchy.
I've been promising walk.
We did it. Ha! Now I can upload it. I finally did the walkthrough video, and I've been all afternoon trying to get it on the computer. I now have it on the computer. So the next step is to upload it to YouTube, which will probably take 2 hours. So that'll happen. As soon as this is over, I'm going to do that. And Ro, I won't be able to be with you on your channel unless I use my phone. I may just do that. I have a dinner appointment with a friend at 4 o'clock. So I'm going to have to cut out, but I will pick up because I'll have my phone with me. And now that I'm using my phone instead of my computer, it makes it a little more mobile. All right, I tell you what. Rhett is also here. Hi, Rhett. And JM. What's up with your hand? Says Samdam. Well, I had a wound that would not heal. And so we did a one of those quad stitches. Actually did 2 of them to bind it together. Trauma stitch, I think it's called. And then put this hard cast on it so I can't bend my hand at all. And they swear to me it's going to heal. So I believe them. It's going to heal. I'll know something probably Thursday. Somebody's asking about baby tears. Can you grow baby tears in your tanks? As it has short roots. Yeah, I grow baby tears. I don't know what the roots are doing exactly. They're probably going down a little deeper. I grow it best in little tanks that have shallow substrate, so that may be why. How often do you rinse a sponge filter? When it gets so glommy and heavy that you simply wonder how water could even manage to go through it. So when it really, 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 really needs it, that's when you clean it. And you can throw it in a washing machine, although I don't recommend that. It beats them up, and you probably have residual soap, which means you got to double, triple rinse it to make sure you get any soap out. Just sit them in a bucket and wring them out real good a few times. It'll get them clean. Guess you're minus a wrench. Who is? Chevy Fish. Yeah, what happened? Well, not no more you're not. I just added you. I don't know how that happened. Are you on blood thinner? Is that what that was? Yes, I am. Blood thinners from my pacemaker. I'm on 2 of them actually. Never rinse a sponge filter. Only wring it out in tank water. 1 to 3 month intervals. That's a good rule of thumb. Who's that, Gnarly? Gnarly says. I permit you to take his advice. And somebody says, should I try him? In the washing machine? No, I wouldn't try it. It makes them kind of brand new. But I've got a washing machine that's never had soap in it. Howard is answering somebody's comment. About to get a pair of new betta fish betta Liberus, oh, or Uberus. Nice. Good luck with them. You should have your wrench back there, Chevy. Yeah. Do. Howard is letting nature be nature. Me too. Supernatural sand 4 inches, says Petroman. Anthony Brown. Hello, Father Fish. I'm redoing my 75-gallon tank. I'm thinking of going 6 inch deep substrate, 4 inches sand, 1 inch dirt, and 1 inch crushed coral, I guess. What are your thoughts? You can do that. I would start with 2 inches of sand and then add more sand as you go along. Maybe every year add a half an inch or an inch of sand. Start with a little less. It'll give your tank a chance the plants a chance to take advantage of the soil. It will not, however, hurt anything. So you can certainly do it if you're of a mind to. Kenny E. says, Chuck. Rohan J. says, thanks. And Rhett says, sorry about that. Should I try to move the 55 without removing the dirt and sand? Yeah, if you want to skim off some of the sand, if it's really way too heavy to move, try taking half the sand off. You can use a big net. That's what I use to move sand. Try not to disturb the deeper layer, but that ought to work. You can always start over, but it's helpful if you don't have to. Maybe someone had to use your wrench to fix their car. That's what it was. And you know who it was? I know who it was, because she fixed her car last night. Ha ha. I knew all about that. Don't I? She's going to chime in a minute. What kind of fish fanciest Tom? Kind of fish fanciest Tom? What do you think of Diana Walstead? I think she is a high priestess. Yeah, Chevy's saying being on blood thinner makes any wound take forever to heal. You're probably right. There's an interesting one. This says, fanciest Tom. Would you say it is better for the fish to run the aquarium outside of their recommended temperature range consistently than to always have it fluctuate? You know, that's a really good question. I think you're better off not having the fluctuation mainly because if it fluctuates down too low, you run the risk of getting ick. Um, Redfish Bluefish had a guest on Saturday night, Friday night, who was talking about the fish in the Amazon River and how the temperature of the water can vary 20 degrees in a day, from 90 during the day or higher, 95 to 75 at night. And of course they thrive in that. So it's, I think the critical thing is stability, and it's not critical for the fish so much as it's critical for the fish keeper to be able to maintain stability. It just makes things a whole lot easier to take care of. Have I kept freshwater morays? Yeah, I've kept them. They're one of the easiest fish in the world. My best advice is put them in a tank and ignore them. They'll be just fine. I've got 3 or 4 right now. You know, I forgot to show them on my walkthrough. I did African lungfish, I did dragonfish, and I did siren salamander. And I forgot about the morays. Fatherfish Instagram, Chevy Fish posted, which I need to start using. Aqua balls, hi there. We need to hit that like button. There it is. 48, looking good. I don't know what time it is. We've only been on half an hour. I have bred CPD, and I just have fry now. Wonderful. Oh, I wanted to mention last Wednesday we did a vid, and Frank was in the ditch collecting, and he got black neocaridina, as well as some probably blues, but a lot of them, and a lot of little tiny ones. So we're going to go back there and see if we can actually make this happen. It's pretty cool. Any thoughts on turtles, musk, and deep substrate planted tanks? That's a good question. Turtles tend to eat plants. Musk turtles especially are going to be voracious plant eaters and diggers. I like musk turtles. It's hard to keep them in a planted tank though. Let's see, what is this? Danny Ken. Thanks, Father Fish. I'll be getting one. I'm going to put them in 125 long with lots of rock. A gorgeous eel. It'll be fun. You'll love it. Eels are really cool. Oh, I got a fish yesterday. I got an ornatus, Polypterus ornatus, a biker. It is 2 foot long and big around as an apple. I mean, it's a monster. Tell you what, let's go. Oh! We'll go back and look at it. It's really a beast. I thank you, host and everyone. I'm back on vacation. God love everyone. Awesome family. Catfish. Thank you, Catfish. What else would do good in a community tank with rice fish, shrimp, and hill stream loaches? Almost anything. Little tiny rainbows there would be real nice with the rice fish. Thread fins, pakai. Let's see. Let's reverse the screen here so we can look around a bit. The video is coming out shortly. Let's see, I've got one in here. This is not the giant in here. I don't see him. He was up top earlier. There's one about a foot long in here somewhere. Unless he jumped out. Where'd he go? Don't see him. Huh. Looking around on the floor for him. He might be hiding. There are a few hiding spots in here. Well, I don't know. That's funny. Don't see him. Oh, there he is. Right up top. Look at that. He's about a foot long. All right, and we got these pretty parrots came in with him. Let me take you around. These are all natives, bunches of natives. Here's the dragons. They're about 16, 18 inches. Two of them. But check this guy out. Now, these are clown knives, and they're every bit of 30 inches long. Here's another one. And here's the biker hiding behind the pot, which is hiding behind. There's his tail. And there's his head. We try to get him to move. You don't want to move. We came here to look at you, guy. Give us a break. See if I can get my hand down in there enough to move him around. There he comes. Look at that. Where'd he go? Right back where he was. Can we do it again? Let's aggravate him one more time. Well, the peacock grabbed the net. Pull that out of my hand. Guess I'm not going to do that. Alright, there he is. Jeez. Crazy animal. Here's the black water tank. Water level's down. Oh, roe, the flower from the Apodogeiton. That's what the flower looks like. That's coming off of this Apodogeiton. Right there. Has a long, long stem on the flower. It's probably 3 foot long. Not a pretty flower, but kind of remarkable. Parrot feather. Alright. We get back here. Let's see. I was looking for these Shelleys when I did the Brevis Catabe. Oh, right there. Look at that. Right in front of us. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get these guys free. Temperature's so hot here, I probably would have been better off waiting. There's one in the shell down there. Just started in. That's good. And he's hiding away from everybody. But there are a lot of shells in here, so it ought to work out. Mary, back. We're at 40 minutes. Whew. It's about 90 degrees in the shop. Very few come in here and spend any time. Although I've had a lot of sales today, but they've been kind of in and out sales. Whew. Sorry about that. Oh. Alright, I'm going to sit down and see what the chat is all about here. Oh dear. Any thoughts on plywood tanks with pond liner? I like it. Pond liner is a little cheaper. Plywood tanks with fiberglass will hold up longer. Costs a little more though. How deep soil manage to neutralize nitrate pink that kill fishes into all other new tanks? Who says? All September. That sounds French to me. All September. Okay. I'm gonna interpret. Neutralized nitrate. Okay, so 4 inches. Minimum 3, 4 inches preferable. 2 inches of sand, an inch of dirt. Hope you have a fan on. Right there. Whoops. Fan and AC in the wall. And the fan is blowing the AC pretty much directly on me. We got the doorway draped, and I'm getting the countertop glassed in this week. So this room at least will be relatively cool. Hello, Holly, says Danny Cat. Right. Rohan J recommended all September official watch Father Fish Deep Substrate videos. Yeah, it really does tell the story, and I've got a lot of them. That's part of what has been a problem for me in moving forward with my channel is I've kind of covered the waterfront in terms of my basic concerns, and I'm a little bit at a loss as to how to continue. I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again, although it's always reaching new people, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Holly, how's my cat? I'll know Thursday. I think they're going to cut this off and look at it. I'm hoping that it's going to be healing. I hope. It doesn't bother me at all, but then it before, so I don't know. How come tanks with deep soil do not have nitro peak? Well, because the soil burns up the nitrates, converts it to oxygen and water, nitrogen rather, converts to nitrogen and water. So it goes away. Whitefoot is here. Hello, hello. Thank you, Holly. Hi, Dwight. Let's see. Watson, but how come tanks with deep soil? Okay. nitrates are broken down into nitrogen gas and water. So that's how come. The nitrogen gas is released into the atmosphere. That's what the bubbles are that you're seeing coming out of the deep substrate. It's nitrogen, which you may or may not know is the most plentiful gas in the air we breathe. Something like 98%. I think it went back all the way. I think. My fiance is a truck driver. Here we go. Holly. My fiance is a truck driver. He just left Florida. I was so jealous. Wanted to come see you in your amazing place. It would have been a delight to have you, Holly. Next time, make it a point. Come visit. Lefty 321. Hi there. We're at 47. I don't know if it took mine. I don't think it took mine. I don't think it's letting me do it. Aquatic Conquest. Good evening, Father Fish. Hello to you, Aquatic Conquest. I catch tiny fish. How far is your fish store from Orlando? Orlando's about a 2.5 hour drive. So it's not terrible. I had some people in today from Orlando. In fact, I was talking with them a bit on this stream. Showed a little bit of them. They're camping here and having a good time. Any thoughts on found wood and rock sterilization? How much do you worry about certain types of rocks affecting the water? How much do I worry about it? I worry about it so little that I never even think about it. It's just not an issue. Now, having said that, there are certain rocks that are porous or very fragile or composite with dirt. That would be a different issue. But hard rock that's sitting outside, getting rained on or flooded on or whatever, I don't give it a second thought. Unless it looks like it's being chewed up by the water. I just put it in the tank. Same thing with wood. Wood that you can tell very quickly and easily whether a piece of driftwood has been in the water for longer than you can imagine or whether it fell in yesterday. Obviously, greenwood is not anything you should ever put in a fish tank. But if it's very well weathered, full of wormholes, perhaps, or rotted out and washed down to the point where what's left is hard, I just put it directly in the tank. I don't really think about it. Rock type doesn't keep me up at night. I can't think of one night I've stayed up worrying about rock. Somebody just walked in the door. There's Frank. Hi, Frank. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good.
That was good.
We're in the last 10 minutes of our live stream. What you got in the bucket?
Mostly some also got some molly and some blue things.
Oh my goodness, look at it all.
Just real quick.
Look at it all. We need to dump him in the tank. Put him in one of the feeder
Yeah.
sections.
Alright.
Very cool.
I didn't know if you wanted, I was getting a lot of tadpoles. I didn't know if you
Yeah, well, the fish will eat them.
think they probably would.
You bet.
I let them go.
So Frank's back. Good. All right, how we doing here? 10 minutes left. 3 baby tetras. Not sure which type. Who is this? Deborah. And 2 baby peppered cories. I wasn't even trying. Oh, that's pretty cool. You mean you spawned them? Very nice. Good job. Danger. Gus? Guess that was the rock guy. Priscilla says Sunday all. Tiny fish. Father fish having trouble getting, well, this is chubs. My sheep's head to breed. I have 1 male and 3 females. And a 10-gallon with lots of cover. Any ideas? Yep. They need to be in a bigger tank, very shallow, with no cover. They spawn in open water that's roughly 6 inches deep. Generally just on a mud flat. Try putting them in something a little bigger. And very few plants. Just no cover at all. A little bit. How much weight in rocks and wood could I put in a 46 gallon? I have no idea. Probably no more than 200 pounds. I wouldn't do an ounce more than 200 pounds. But then I probably wouldn't do much more than 50 pounds. And that might be a lot. Put it on sand. If you're going to put rocks in, make sure it's on sand and not directly on the glass. Who was that? Jason. I catch starfish says, my pH is 7.0. I want to keep Maltese. I don't want to deal with change. pH is the pH too low. How can I make it higher? Pretty easy to make it higher. You make it higher with baking soda. But the Maltese should do fine at 7.0. So long as it's stable, don't worry about it. It'll be cool. 50, look at that. We just hit 50 at 54 minutes. Pretty good going, guys. That trick, I got tricked. And Chubbs is going to try that. And Daniken says, hello, hat trick. Who says, good afternoon, Father Fish. And Molly says, I just got a new baby pleco from El Fish Store, I guess. I think it's the cutest one I've ever seen. Little spots all over, even his belly. Yeah, I got one back. I sold to a guy, and it just came back with all these big fish. They really are cute. And Dan wants to use my beard to spawn his precox. I see. Well, you can't afford the rent. Just don't even think about it. Any thoughts on braiding your beard? Hadn't thought of it. Who's that? Who said that? Another Dutchman, I doubt. I dare say. Oh, danger. Cause any thoughts on braiding? I have not done that. I may yet do that, but I haven't done that. The more rock, the less volume left for the water. Ta-da! And if the rock is close to the same density as the water, it's not going to really increase the weight at all, will it? Multifasciitis in 7.0 water. I don't think that's a problem. Oh, any ideas on adding a layer of sand without removing the fish? Queries. Honest to God, can't read this. Who is this from? WS Discus. Well, if you rinse it first, then you can just pour it in. If you use pool filter sand, you can put it in without rinsing it. It will create a little bit of dust that should clear up quickly in a day or so. It won't be so much as to upset the fish. Put it in a bucket, stick a hose in it, swirl it around, pour off the cloudy water. Do that twice, and you can dump the sand right in with no dust at all. It'll be just dandy. Dandy, I say. Dandy. Bumpster. Only it's not Bumpster. It's BVMP SMTR. Do you like to fish? For sports or to eat? I love to fish, and I haven't been fishing in so long, I can't remember when I went last. Part of the problem is I'm having a lot of trouble with my legs. I just can't walk much. I need to do something about it, like lose a bunch of weight. But yes, I love to fish, and I love to eat fish. Do. Yeah, well, see, you didn't need to ask. You already knew. Somebody just sent us $5. Indoor fishing says, I'm going to convert my tanks to deep sand beds. Ta-da! Is there risk of burying my MTS snails? No. Or will they be fine? Yes. So you're going to add sand. Now I have a little trick for you guys on adding soil to an already deep substrate tank. And guess how you do it? It's the easiest thing in the world. You mix up soil, put it in an ice tray, freeze it, and then push the frozen cubes down in the sand very quickly before they start to melt. And it works. Of course, it freezes. Freezes everything, but they'll get over it. Oh, thank you very much, indoor fishing. Can we get one for like 50? Thanks all. Wouldn't that be nice? Clever. Dirt ice cubes. Right. Dirt ice cubes. That's it. How young am I now, Father Fish? I am 79 and 9 months. I'll be 80 September 15th. I expect gifts. Fish gifts. I have a BC tote that I'm going to have Rhett cut in half for me. So I'll have 2 more ponds. Good idea. And Reft is back. Good. Jordanella? Who's this? Ken says, Father Fish, great idea. 80 years young, right. Did I ever raise Daphne? I've raised Daphne quite a lot. I like doing it. I've got some going right now in some outdoor vats. We're raising more mosquito larvae than we are Daphne, I think. But they're good. That feeds. All right. We're over our time limit here and still going strong. I've now labeled a genius. And we have a guest at the window. My hand's been in the way. What's up?
I have a question about the Pyera.
About
The Pyera.
the Pyera.
Yeah.
What's the question?
How much
How much are they? 40.
40.
Yep.
And what about that big Senegal?
The giant one?
Big female, yeah.
The giant female.
Yeah.
Pretty nice, isn't it? 150.
150?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, guys. We're gonna say goodbye. Do you think my upside down cat could eat chopped up earthworms and adore them and love them and thank you for sending them his way? Yes, that'd be perfect. And who's loving me? Danger Gus, love you too. Fun watching the Lee Skellyfish hunt down Daphne. Oh yeah, you bet. Such a neat little fish. Rose Aquatic is streaming next. Okay, we're out of here. Have all my sword and guppy fry sold to Logs by all. Have a blessed Sunday. You too, Holly. God bless everyone. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drifting away. File. How do I shut this down? Right there.